you know, if we're going to hire you, we're going to record you, you're going to get paid. That's the bottom line, because it's illegal to not get paid. But, you know, in the auditions don't pay. You got to go in and impress them and expect that because you're reading against potentially hundreds of other actors who probably have more experience than you, chances are you're not going to get the part. But I think the proper mindset is to go in there and make a really good impression so that they will call you in the future and you can audition for the next part, the next role. Okay, so I'm going to shut up. Let's hear Rukia Kuchki to start off with a slate. Rukia, you know, get your name, Rukia Kuchki, and then launch into it.
Okay, I apologize if I sound like I'm dying. I've got a bit of a sore throat.
Oh, see, you're volunteering when you're sick. Oh.
It's dedication.
Here's one thing. If you don't have that much of a voice, you can go a little closer to the mic. So you can still speak softly, but you don't want to clench your throat when you speak. Make sure that you're breathing and the air is coming through, because that's what's going to make you lose your voice. So don't worry. At an audition, don't bother apologizing. Just start.
Gotcha.
And then see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, Addie Santee is reading for Rukia Kuchki. We stand in awe before that which we cannot be seen, and we respect with every fiber that which cannot be explained. I sense strong spirit energy close by. You're the one I saw in town earlier. I remember. How very strange. You look normal, but you must be defective in some way. I may appear young to you, but I have lived nearly 10 of your lifetimes. I would kill you on the spot for your insults if it were not against my orders. So you little brat, be grateful. You were a fool. How could you possibly have thought that you were any match for a hollow? Do you really think that everything would be over if you just gave up your own soul? One soul does not satisfy them for long. If you don't stop interfering, we're all going to end up as its food.
Ta-da!
I thought that was great. I think going along the lines of saying that your throat is not at its fullest, I think you can also work it with making it sound more intimate. Maybe that she's not necessarily whispering, but that she keeps her voice down, and if she's down in here and much more intimate, you might be able to do that. That's a technique, let's say. I think this is great. I think who she is really came through. I think when you go through it another time, you can also change her up to show different sides of her a little bit more. But I like who she is, where her voice is placed. I think that was great.
Yeah, you kind of got the attitude of Rukia down really well, because she is a very quite stern, very formal, and as she says, she's not a young girl. She is a very learned woman who's lived for hundreds of years. Yeah, so she's seen it all before. She's quite wearisome in that sense. Yeah, it's like, oh, see no, yada yada yada. But so you got the attitude of Rukia down really well, but and again, you did bring the mic closer, so obviously, as you see right there, you do get a lot more resonance, so that does ring true. So you were ticking all the boxes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good take on the character. I agree with everyone so far on there. My only thought I would tweak in the second take is when that final line, she's battle damaged. So she started off with a so you could sense she was struggling. I would keep that up throughout the line, because you want to be able to convey and get a better sense that it does hurt to talk, and she's battle damaged, and it's like, you know, to just emphasize it just a little bit more. But really good take on the character there.
Yeah, it was a great take, and I really got the impression that, you know, the character is wise beyond her years in a way, and I haven't watched much Bleach myself, but yeah, you definitely sold the character to me, and the only thing I would say, I don't know if it's an accurate suggestion because I haven't watched much of the show, but to give maybe a little more emotion here and there, I don't know if that's true.
I thought you did a nice read, and but my only really grammar is what Veronica was saying about the microphone and everything, bringing it close. Just be sure that when you do that sort of thing, because I'm really guilty about losing intensity in a read if I'm trying to make it intimate. And I actually showed up to, I was in a Dragon Age thing, and my first session, me too. But my first session that I went to, I was sick, sickety McSickerson. I was so ill. But you have to really be on yourself even more when you're sick, and just make sure that you keep the intensity. And what I kind of do to make sure I do that is I clench my stomach, and that kind of helps with the read sometimes, because if you have a tense body, then you have a tense read in some cases, but make sure it's not nervous tension, because they can hear that.
Cool. Excellent. So we're not going to make you do 5 sounds. We want to save your throat. So thank you very much.